Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare states quarter-dollar coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a single coin could make you rich. Number 1. Have you ever picked up an ordinary coin and realized you might be holding a treasure? Well, today, we're going to explore one of those little gems that often hides in plain sight. The United States Virginia quarter from the year 2000. But don't let its everyday look fool you, because what I'm about to share might just make you dig through your change jar with brand new eyes. Stay with me until the very end, because this video could help you uncover a coin sitting quietly in your collection that's worth way more than you ever imagined. Now, this isn't just any quarter. The Virginia 2000 quarter was released as part of the 50-state quarters program, one of the most exciting times in American coinage history. People all over the country were rushing to collect every state. But what makes the Virginia quarter stand out? What gives it the special spark collectors can't resist? Let me tell you why this coin is different, and why it's making waves even years later. The design itself is absolutely beautiful. It honors the founding of Jamestown in 1607, the very first permanent English settlement in America. On the reverse side, you'll see the iconic image of 3 historic ships: the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, sailing with strength and purpose. These ships don't just symbolize a moment in history. They represent courage, exploration, and the beginning of a new world. That makes this coin not only a piece of money but a small, shining tribute to America's roots. But here's where things get really exciting for collectors like us. While millions of these Virginia quarters were made, only a few have survived in truly exceptional condition. Most have been handled, circulated, dropped in vending machines, or carried in wallets for decades. Finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is getting harder and harder every year, and that's exactly what collectors crave. Clean, sharp details, no scratches, and that original mint luster that glows under the light. And it doesn't stop there. There are rare versions of this coin that come with minting errors. These are the true diamonds for treasure hunters. Some coins were struck slightly off-center. Others show doubling on the letters or numbers, and a few have die cracks or metal flow lines that were never meant to be there. Each of these errors makes the coin even more unique, and the rarer it is, the higher its value soars in the collector world. Now let me give you a little tip. Always look closely at the edges, the dates, and the lettering, especially around the word Virginia and the year 2000. If you spot something strange, it could be a minting flaw worth a fortune. In fact, collectors have already paid huge amounts for rare error versions of the Virginia quarter. And if yours is in top condition or has one of those special flaws, someone out there might be looking to add it to their collection right now. Some of these coins have sold in auctions or private sales for jaw-dropping amounts. Coins that once lived in someone's drawer are now prized pieces sitting in velvet cases. And here's the thing, values keep rising, because fewer and fewer clean specimens are left, while demand continues to grow among collectors both in the US and around the world. If you're new to coin collecting, this is the perfect kind of quarter to start with. It's affordable, beautiful, historical, and potentially extremely valuable if you find the right one. So here's a little advice from one collector to another. Always store your coins properly. Keep them away from moisture. Avoid touching them with your bare hands, and if you spot one in great condition, hold on to it like treasure. Now let's talk numbers, because I know many of you are wondering just how much this coin could be worth. In recent sales, some uncirculated Virginia quarters from the year 2000 have sold for over $100. But that's just the beginning. A few with rare minting errors have fetched much more than that, including one that sold in a collector's auction in New York for over $500, and in one private sale, a beautifully preserved Virginia quarter with a rare off-center strike was sold for more than $1,500. Yes, that's right. A coin originally worth just 25 cents was sold for more than $1,500, simply because of its rarity, condition, and collector demand. So if you've got a 2000 Virginia quarter lying around, it's time to take a good look. Check the condition, examine it for mint, errors, and most importantly, don't underestimate what a little coin can do. This could be the start of something amazing. Maybe your first rare find, or your next big addition to a growing collection. Thanks so much for spending your time with us today. We love sharing stories like this. Real coin treasures that are hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and want to join our journey of finding rare, valuable coins from all over the world, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're always digging for hidden value, and we want you to be right there with us for every discovery. Number 2. What if I told you that a simple Indiana quarter from 2002 could be hiding a story, a rare mistake, or even a hidden value that most people completely overlook? Stick around till the end, because what you're about to discover might just make you see this coin in a whole new light. This isn't just another piece of pocket change, my friend. The 2002 Indiana quarter is part of the legendary 50-state quarters program, one of the most exciting coin series the United States has ever released. Millions of people started collecting again, coin folders were flying off store shelves, and every new design brought something unique to the table. But even among all 50 states, Indiana stood out in a powerful way. The design on the back is full of energy and motion. It shows an open-wheel race car, racing across the state outline, with the words, "Crossroads of America," proudly riding above it. It's more than just a picture. It's a tribute to the Indianapolis 500, to speed, to tradition, and to Indiana's deep connection with American racing culture. This coin doesn't just sit in your hand. It moves, it speaks, and it shines with history. Now, let's talk about why this coin is so exciting for collectors. While the U.S. Mint struck millions of these quarters, only a tiny fraction have survived in top-grade condition, and that's where the thrill really begins. Most of these coins were passed around, tossed in change jars, spent at gas stations, scraped across counters, and worn down by time. But if you find one in mint state condition, with full details, no scratches, and that sharp, original luster, you might just be holding something rare. And the story doesn't end there. Some Indiana quarters from 2002 were minted with mistakes. Beautiful, valuable little accidents that collectors go crazy for. We're talking about double die errors, where the lettering or the race car itself shows slight overlapping or shadowing, especially around the words Indiana and Crossroads of America. We've also seen off-center strikes, where the design is pushed slightly to the side, making it unique and highly collectible. And let's not forget die cracks. Those thin, raised lines caused by wear in the minting die, sometimes crossing right through the race car or state outline. Those imperfections, to the trained eye, turn this coin into a rare, one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Collectors have found Indiana quarters with strong doubling and clean surfaces that sold in private auctions for hundreds of dollars. One rare specimen with a crisp off-center strike was spotted at a coin show in Dallas and sold for over $1,200. Another, showing dramatic die cracks and still shining like new, sold in an online auction out of Denver for close to $850. Now, take a moment and imagine this. Coins that started as 25 cents, now commanding hundreds or even more, just because of a rare feature and some collector passion. That's the magic of coin hunting. So here's my advice to all collectors, both new and seasoned: don't ignore the ordinary. Always check your coins carefully, especially those from 2002. Look at the lettering, the edge, the shine, the date, and especially the race car's details. If you spot something unusual, like doubling, misalignment, or even something that just looks a little off, you could be looking at a hidden gem. Store those coins safely, keep them out of plastic bags or jars, and don't ever clean them. Collectors love original surfaces, and even a small scratch can take away from its value. This coin is still in high demand, especially when it comes with a story, a shine, and a special twist of rarity. Collectors across America, from California to New York, are still hunting for the perfect Indiana quarter with an error or a flawless surface, and guess what? It might be hiding in your home right now. So go through your old coin albums, ask your grandparents, check that pile of change you've been ignoring for years. Because the 2002 Indiana quarter might be more than just a coin. It could be your next big discovery. And yes, just to remind you, its original value straight from the mint was only 25 cents. But today, with the right condition or rare error, it can be worth hundreds or even over $1,000, depending on the find. Number 3. We're taking a deep dive into one of the earliest state quarters that helped kick off a coin-collecting frenzy across America: the 1999 Connecticut $quarter. Now don't scroll away or underestimate this little piece of history, because what we're about to share could turn an ordinary-looking coin in your pocket into a valuable treasure in your collection. Trust me, this coin has a unique story, and by the time we reach the end, you'll know exactly what makes this quarter rare, special, and highly desirable among collectors all over the world. Back in 1999, something big happened in the world of coins: the launch of the 50-state quarters program by the United States Mint. This wasn't just about change anymore. It was about history, beauty, culture, and collecting. Connecticut was the fifth state to be featured, and the design they chose was absolutely stunning. Right on the reverse of the coin, you'll see the majestic charter oak tree, a legendary symbol in Connecticut's history. That tree wasn't just any tree. It's said to have hidden the Connecticut Charter from British authorities way back in 1687, becoming a symbol of independence and resistance. The details in the branches, the strength in its form. This design speaks volumes, and collectors instantly fell in love with it. But here's the twist. While millions of these quarters were minted, not all of them are created equal. Some of them came out with rare and unexpected mint errors that slipped past inspection. And those small mistakes? That's what turns a regular coin into something rare and highly collectible. There are 1999 Connecticut quarters out there with off-center strikes, where the design is pushed toward one edge, creating a dramatic and unusual look. Some have double die errors, where parts of the lettering or tree appear slightly doubled, especially around the date or the word Connecticut. There are even coins with die cracks running through the branches of the charter oak, like lightning bolts frozen in silver. And let me tell you, these coins aren't easy to find in perfect shape today, because so many of them went straight into circulation and were used over and over for years. That's why uncirculated examples, the ones that still shine with that original mint luster and sharp, untouched detail, are becoming more and more valuable each year. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for clean, high-grade versions, especially those with visible mint errors. I've seen examples sell in auctions and private sales in places like Florida, Arizona, and Ohio, and the demand just keeps growing. Now here's something every collector should remember. Condition is everything. If you've got a Connecticut quarter that still has its full detail, no scratches, no damage, and especially if you see something odd or off about the strike, protect it. Keep it in a safe sleeve or coin holder. Avoid touching the surface with your bare hands, and never try to clean it. Cleaning can ruin the value. Always, examine your coins under good lighting and pay attention to the edges, the date, the letters, and the center of the design. Even the tiniest variation could mean big value. And here's the best part. Many of these rare error coins started their journey as just regular quarters in someone's change. One Connecticut quarter with a bold double die error sold at a local auction in Pennsylvania for more than $700. Another, with a beautiful off-center strike and strong luster, sold in California for over $1,000 to a private collector who had been searching for it for years. So yes, all of this began with a coin originally worth just 25 cents. That's the beauty of collecting. Hidden treasures, waiting to be discovered by sharp eyes and curious minds. So go check your coin jars, your old albums, or even ask your relatives if they've kept any quarters from 1999, because the Connecticut quarter could be more valuable than you ever imagined. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through one of America's most beautiful and intriguing quarters. Number 4, we are diving into the world of the 2003 Alabama quarter dollar, and trust me, you don't want to blink, because this coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a tribute, a story, and a collector's dream hiding in plain sight. The Alabama quarter is not just another coin from the state series. It holds something powerful, something meaningful, something that touches the heart of history. Right there on the reverse, standing proud, is Helen Keller, the first person with both blindness and deafness to earn a college degree, a woman whose strength and courage became legendary across the world. She's seated beside her name in English and in Braille. Yes, Braille on a quarter, making this the first U.S. coin ever to feature Braille text. And that detail alone makes this coin unforgettable, unique, and highly respected among collectors everywhere. But it gets even more exciting, because not all Alabama quarters are the same. You might think you've seen this coin before, maybe even spent it by accident, But some special variations of this coin are worth far more than just 25 cents. Now let's talk about what makes certain Alabama quarters rare and highly sought after. Some of them were struck with small but valuable mint errors, coins with misaligned dies, off-center images, or doubled lettering, where parts of the text or design appear to have a ghost-like second impression. That kind of doubling, especially around the word Alabama or Helen Keller's name, is a golden signal for collectors, and these variations are not always easy to spot with the naked eye. So grab your magnifiers, because a hidden treasure might be right there in your stash. And there's more. Some quarters were struck on defective planchets, meaning the metal piece was cracked, clipped, or oddly shaped even before the design was pressed onto it. That kind of flaw can turn your Alabama quarter into a collector's prize, because it's one of a kind, never to be repeated. Now let's say you find one in beautiful condition with full detail, a clean surface, and perhaps even an error. What should you do? Don't toss it back into circulation. No, keep that coin safe, wrap it in a protective sleeve, or place it into a coin flip to preserve its shine and value. Collectors around the country, from New York to Texas, are looking for well-preserved Alabama quarters, especially ones with visible mint errors or proof-like qualities. And guess what? Some of these coins have been spotted in coin shops, online marketplaces, and even sold at coin shows and auctions for impressive prices, simply because their condition and uniqueness stood out. One collector in Chicago picked up a high-grade Alabama quarter with slight doubling and sold it later at an auction for several $100s. All because they recognized the signs early and protected the coin with care. Here's a tip for every collector watching. Always check both sides of the coin. Examine the lettering, the mint mark, the rim, and any part of the design where something seems slightly out of place. What looks like a tiny line or shadow could actually be a die crack, a strike-through, or even a misprint that could send your coin's value soaring. And let's not forget about proof coins, those shiny, mirror-like versions often minted in small numbers just for collectors. If you have a 2003's Alabama proof quarter, especially in pristine condition, you could be holding something worth preserving long-term. Collector's value. Meaning, rarity, condition, and story. And the Alabama quarter delivers all of that in one powerful little coin. This coin celebrates the voice of resilience, the fight against limitations, and the beauty of American state pride. And for that reason alone, it will never go out of style. So if you're someone who loves coins with history, emotion, and a touch of surprise, you absolutely need to look through your collection and see if you've got a 2003 Alabama quarter hiding in there. Because while its original face value is only 25 cents, certain rare examples with errors and high grades have sold in markets and auctions for more than $300. That's right, $300 for a single quarter. All because someone noticed something different and chose to look deeper. So keep collecting, keep searching, and keep believing that the next rare find could be in your own hands. Number 5 and last rare coin. We are diving deep into one of the most unique, most overlooked, and secretly valuable coins from the Statehood and Territories Quarter series, the 2009 United States Virgin Islands Quarter. This is not your ordinary quarter, and I'm telling you now, don't blink, don't skip, because what I'm about to share could turn your pocket change into a collectible treasure you never expected to find. The Virgin Islands Quarter is filled with beauty and symbolism. 3 major elements stand tall on its design. The bananaquit bird, a native species that adds life and charm, a trio of flowers native to the islands, and a palm tree that represents the tropics and culture of these sun-soaked lands. But what truly makes this coin fascinating is not just the design. It's what lies beneath the surface, errors, strikes, and details that have made some versions of this coin sell for shocking amounts in coin markets and collector circles. While millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, only a small number were minted with noticeable errors or in special conditions, and that's where the real thrill begins. Some collectors have come across 2009 Virgin Islands quarters with die cracks, strike-throughs, or double die errors, especially in areas around the text or the bird, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled or misaligned, and those are the coins that start raising eyebrows in auctions. These minting errors might not be visible at first glance, but with a good eye and a little patience, a sharp collector can identify a coin that stands apart from the rest and earns a high premium. If your coin has strong luster, clean surfaces, and no circulation damage, you're already in great shape. But if you notice something odd, like the design slightly shifted or extra metal around the edges, You could be holding a valuable rarity without even knowing it. Now here's something collectors love: coins with stories. This quarter represents more than just currency. It celebrates the culture, nature, and unique identity of the Virgin Islands, which joined the U.S. as an official territory over a century ago. And because this was part of the limited District of Columbia and U.S. Territories series that came right after the original 50-state quarters program ended, many collectors missed it at the time, which now makes it even more desirable to complete their full sets. Here's a real tip. If you come across a 2009 Virgin Islands quarter that's still in excellent condition, preferably uncirculated or even from a mint roll, store it safely. Use a coin flip, airtight holder, or protective sleeve, because once exposed to wear, that special shine and detail that makes it collectible can fade away fast. Also, keep your eyes open for proof versions. These were specially minted for collectors, with mirror-like finishes and flawless details. If you get your hands on one of those, especially from San Francisco Mint, keep it protected like a jewel, because collectors pay big for those. And don't forget, coins with small variations, like an S mint mark, light doubling, or unique luster, can create real demand when posted online or shown to dealers who know what they're looking at. I've seen examples of this coin selling on online marketplaces, local coin shows, and regional auctions in cities like Miami, Houston, and even Seattle, with rare error versions or high-grade pieces fetching serious attention from passionate buyers. One collector even shared a story of finding a lightly circulated 2009 Virgin Islands quarter with a minor double die on the leaf edges and text, and later sold it for nearly $300 at a weekend coin fair in Los Angeles. That's the kind of discovery that fuels the excitement in this hobby. Small coins with big stories and even bigger value when they fall into the right hands. So if you're just starting your coin journey, or you're already deep into it, let this coin remind you that sometimes the rarest finds aren't from centuries ago. They're from your own recent past, hiding in change jars, drawers, or coin rolls waiting to be discovered. Collectors know that every coin has a voice, and this one, the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter, speaks of pride, heritage, and hidden fortune. And while its original face value is just 25 cents, this quarter in high grade or with errors has sold for as much as $300 in auctions and collector sales. That's right, $300 for a coin you might have overlooked yesterday, but today it could be your lucky find. So keep looking, keep collecting, and keep believing, because the next valuable coin could already be in your hands right now. And if this video brought you closer to the world of rare coins and hidden gems, make sure to like the video, comment your thoughts or finds, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of coins. Your treasure hunt is only just beginning. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.